This is City Aliyah Kaki, newly graduated this August 2022 and from BS Technology Communication Management. The first time, ma'am, na I stepped into this university, I was really intimidated and very unfamiliar with the places, the tall buildings, no, for a normal student like me. So, hearing from that, no, normal lang gid ko nga ga-hope nga makahuman sa akong studies, of course, na makalingkawa sa USTP, given that very unfamiliar ang environment. So, but I was never the shy type person. I admit that, no? I was the goofy one, the very extroverted individual that you can come across with. During my freshman year, I thought to myself na, how about let's make it even more colorful this time? So, sa kuha, pag-set na ko sa college, ito nga, dili ni siya pwede nga, dapat mag-set lang ko nga very normal lang. So I wanted to make it even more memorable, even more colorful. So during my freshman year, I started to immerse myself in different organizations. So first of which, the host, which is very dearest to my heart. Kay diya gid nako na learn more about myself. I was able to handle different events nga akong na-hostan. So, diha mismo napagawas na kong other side of me. So, which I believe, grabe ang contribution niya during my 4-year stay sa university. So, but don't get me wrong, I was still gonna focus gapon kay ko sa akong studies that time. Because again, I was not just aiming for just an average scores or grade, but I was just exploring myself more, di ba? Other than academics. So, I learned to immerse myself in different organizations. So, nag-continue na siya until the second years and to my 4th year. So, during my second year, I believe that was the peak of my student leadership journey when I was luckily chosen as one of the delegates sa Learning Express, batch 6, and I believe that was pre-pandemic, and I believe that was the last batch that was being sent off sa Bohol. So we traveled to small communities in Bohol for a social innovation project. So from there, no, na spark ang akong interest to help communities and at the same time to help people, mga unprivileged individuals. So dito namulat or na-awaken ko by that situation alone nga, it was really nice to help others pala, di ba? So muna akong pinaka great takeaway from that travel, because we get to help communities, at the same time we get to learn. So the approach that was being used that time is a design thinking approach, so which I'm very thankful for sa mga mentors that time, worth mentioning Engineer Lloyd Stampa and the rest of the LEX team that time. So, that time, pagbalik na ako dere sa university, I bring that aspect, I bring that values with me all throughout. So, I expanded my horizon, I expanded my organization. So, nag-apil-apil na sa tuog. I was a volunteer sa mong college, CITC, and the university student government. I was actually the CITC representative during that time. And the university city scholars, so I'm proud is that here. And other than that, no, murag na inspire ko to help more students like me, and it's such a nice feeling pala nga to hear stories or to hear from younger members from your organization that they are looking up to you, not just as an ate but as a leader myself. Of course, no, along the path, grabe gid kayo siya ka-challenging, but I was able to enjoy the process. So again, from that experience, no, nga we return home from Bohol, then di gyud malikayan nga nabiyaan gamay ang atong studies, but I was kanang dedicated, I was committed to my goals as a student, of course. Yes, grabe ka tiring, exhausting, very challenging ang path. But again, I was focused on my goal nga. Gisudlan man ako ni siya. I was committed because I was passionate about what I am doing, because I love what I am doing. So I was able to handle very well my studies and my extracurricular that time. And luckily, given the Latin award that I was given, I was very blessed. And paid off tanan. So my greatest takeaway that I actually applied during my stay here in the universities is to try to learn different things beyond your comfort zone. So if there's really one thing that I've learned during my stay here in the university is that never limit yourself to what you can only do, but also seek from other perspective. See what you can still offer to the industry or to the world. So if you have a kanang interest about helping others, so join organizations. If you have interest expanding your self-esteem or sa build up sa imong self, explore more, join other organizations that sparks your interest. So that's just it. So learn different things beyond your comfort zone, because that's when the time you learn to grow. You learn to develop things, and most importantly, that's when you learn to develop more about yourselves. Just like what I have mentioned sa akong speech, no? Everybody must enjoy the process. Because along the path, no, especially sa the younger generation, nga they have endured so much during the online classes or during the pandemic alone. But you really have to trust the process. And then you have to be patient with what you are doing, even though nga it's taxing you already, like very dako na kaya ang impact sa imong life, but you really have to be patient, and you really have to be passionate about what you're doing. So you'll be surprised nga daghan naman yung mga people or na naman yung impact na to the person or to the community that you work with, or to the person that you are actually given that inspiration from. So again, you have to trust the process. You have to be patient, and then you have to be passionate about what you're doing for you to achieve not the greater things, but most fulfilling things back along the way. I am Siti Alea Paki, and a proud Trailblazer.